I've ever felt the need to call 911 was with a cop standing at my window, and then you realize that 911's not coming to save you. You can't fight back against a cop either. That's the even more scary part. I mean, if it was a random person mugging me on the street, I would be way less terrified than when it's a cop, because you can't fight back. They'll just keep coming. Until you're dead, they will just keep coming if you fight back. And you'll be in trouble for it. They can do literally whatever they want to you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it.
On September 6, 2023, Officer Patrick Akers with the New Braunfels, Texas Police Department was on a traffic stop. As he walks to the back of his patrol car, he sees a silver Volkswagen, and the driver is flipping him off. Patrick Akers is under the impression that he is a pillar of power and authority in this community, and no one will disrespect that.
I am a cop, and you will respect my authority.
Patrick Akers heroically jumps into his vehicle and rips off at a high rate of speed to catch the disrespectful citizen.
193.
Nora Sam 5187. Nora Sam 5187. If you're a black mobile, we're going to stop on the 500 block of Rusk Avenue.
PD 226 traffic.
256.
Boy Charles Paul 5990. Boy Charles Paul 5990. Be at Gardenia in South Walnut. Can I get a second?
Can I get a backup unit for 256 at Gardenia in South Walnut?
While Officer Akers sits in his car and waits for backup, the victim, Brittany Trevino, goes live.
Live because the cop that arrested me for resisting arrest now has pulled me over for flipping him off.
He hasn't even walked up to the vehicle to get his victim's identity yet, but when his sergeant arrives, he tells his sergeant exactly who he's pulled over and why.
So this is that female Trevino. She flicks me off as I'm going back to back of my patrol car, fails to signal left hand to go into the left lane. She flicks me off, so I just wanted a second when I made contact with her. How's it going? Officer Akers, New Braunfels Police Department. Okay.
I know who you are.
That's fine. Well, the reason why you being...
over for flipping you off.
No, ma'am. She flicks me off, so I just wanted a second when I made contact with her.
Over for flipping you off.
No, ma'am. The reason why...
You are retaliating against me. You turned your sirens on and everything, ran over here like a crazy person.
Okay. Well, ma'am, the reason why you're being contacted is you failed to signal lane change when you flicked me off.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and step out of the car. Step out of the car. I have 3 officers here.
He's hurt me before. Please don't let him.
Yeah, would you mind, Henderson, go ahead and detain her? In cuffs?
No, because he's done illegal to me.
Okay, all right. You're under arrest for failed to signal lane change.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
Stay still. Let me
I'm sorry. You guys just know this is bullshit. You guys just know it is. You guys know it is. You're under arrest. Grab my phone. Please grab my phone.
She pleads with them to grab her phone, but they refuse to extend that little bit of kindness to her, which they're about to seriously regret because her phone is about to pick up their conversation that they tried to hide.
You want me to transport, or you think better? Danny, would you mind just transporting? You don't have to do anything else other than transport. I'll be there. PD 2V6.
Go ahead.
Can you go ahead and give me next rotational record? That female is in my custody. I believe it's going to be Brittany Trevino.
This question when it comes to 839.
What's that? Yeah, she has a driver's license, but...
I'm gonna turn this off. No.
Both officers turn off their cameras, but the cell phone that Brittany pleaded with them to get is still sitting on top of the car, recording their conversation.
Why are we arresting you for a traffic infraction?
Well, she comes down the street, comes right towards me. As I'm walking back by the car to be doing nothing, she flicks me off. Mm-hmm. And then as she does that, she gets on the lane and fails a single lane change.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, it's going to be an issue?
Huh?
You think it's going to be an issue?
Given your history with her.
Yeah.
So, any other person you would write a ticket to, right?
Yeah.
So, that's how you have to treat every interaction.
Okay.
So, if you would normally write a ticket to this person for this, just because that in the past she's done this, this, and this, right? This is something that you would normally write a ticket for, and let's write a ticket for it.
You want me to go ahead, please?
Yeah.
If you don't have any business here, you're more than welcome to stand outside and film.
Well, I'm more than welcome to stand inside and film too.
Have a
Don't
good
even.
day. Have a good day.
Okay, bye. Should I go live?
You can give him a form, but until he provides the ID, he doesn't get to open the record.
That's not the way it works. Go ahead and, dude, how are you a lieutenant? How are you possibly a lieutenant? And you are so ignorant of the law. Okay. You're so ignorant of the procedures of the department.
You can leave.
Why is that?
Much. You can leave.
Is that I can or I must?
Disturbance. You're insulting me.
Insulting you? Get his. I'll go outside and.
You have a trespass warning from this facility right now.
Get the chief, please. Get the chief. Hey guys, it's James Freeman out here in Moore, Oklahoma with News Now Patrick and News Now Selena. Moore Public Safety Center. All right, I'll see you later, man. This thing is? Wow.
It's creepy regardless.
Yeah. They carved a policeman out of a tree.
Doesn't it just look off?
Oh yeah. That's... I'm good, thank you. You can stay. Yeah, thank you. Didn't mean to make you get up. Oh, your reflection is... There's so much glare in the glass, I can't really see through it. Yeah, I saw you. That was it. I saw you in the camera. It's just hard to see through the glass.
Sir, what are you doing? Sir, what are you doing?
What? Oh, me?
Yes.
Well, I'm just filming.
Well, what are you filming? Are you filming me now?
Yeah, just whatever I... You okay? You alright?
I am.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up? I think she... Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. You need me to call
I don't
EMS?
call anyone.
You don't need EMS?
No, I don't.
Okay. You just seemed like something was going on with you.
Well, I find it odd that you're out here filming.
Oh, it's a...
What can we help you out with?
Nothing. We're just...
We're good, thank you though.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't have any business here, you're more than welcome to stand outside and film.
Well, I'm more than welcome to stand inside and film too.
Have a
Don't
good
even.
day. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
We're asking you to stand outside, out of the way, so we can conduct our business.
Well, I'm not.
And you can film.
I'm not interrupting your business.
Outside there.
I'm not interrupting your business at all. There's not a single customer.
Just these two, or is there more? I guess.
What's the problem, guys?
You're disrupting business. The clerks are concerned.
Huh.
We're asking you to be more than happy to let you stand outside and film whatever you want, but you can't disrupt the business inside the police department.
And how are we disrupting the business inside of the police department?
You're causing concern for the records clerks. You're blocking the windows.
No.
The court clerks can't do their job because you're in their face.
In their face?
Yeah, with the cameras. So.
Okay, well, you've made a lot of allegations here,
So-
and every single one. Well, go ahead.
Go on outside.
I gave you your chance to talk.
I'm not asking. I'm not,
Oh, so you're
I'm
telling
not
me to-
asking you anything.
so you're
I'm
gonna-
saying, I asked you, can we help you? This is the police department where people come for help. You said no. Have a good day.
It's perfectly legal and lawful for me to.
What's going on?
Can I
Hold
help
on,
you
hold
with
on.
Something? Do you need help here?
Well, first off, what's your name?
Do you need help?
Name. Who are you? You don't even look
My
like.
name is Lieutenant Dudley.
So are you a police
I'm
officer?
the operations
I just,
lieutenant
you're
here
not
at the
in
police
uniform, I don't
department.
know.
And I am asking you if we can do anything for you.
Okay.
This gentleman says no.
We're
Can
here
we
on
do
official
anything for
business,
you?
okay? We're here to do an open.
Is he your
records request.
supervisor?
Okay, if you want to open records.
He is
request,
yours? Okay.
Step up here and ask for one.
Well, you're impeding me from doing that.
Yeah,
No, I'm not impeding you.
You're making
Step right
contact.
on up.
At this point, you're creating a disturbance. You're threatening. You're
You
intimidating.
step up there, she'll come to the window.
Okay, and we have every right to be in here and film in here
It is.
and work on our story. Listen, you keep interrupting. You need to stop.
Any official business.
I do have official business.
You
It's
told me you don't.
it's filming you. I didn't tell you anything.
You told me you
You're the
don't
one
have
making all the
anything.
claims. Go get your supervisor. We're done with you.
I am the supervisor.
Get your supervisor. Is the chief here? Hey, is he your supervisor as well?
He's a supervisor.
Is he yours? Is there another supervisor here who can de-escalate this, calm him down, and get him out of here?
You're the
Do
one
you
that's
have an open records request?
Escalating? I'm just standing here filming.
There's
but
nobody at the
you're,
window at this
you're,
time.
you're doing it in a way that's you're
Hey,
trying
will you step up to the
trying to
window?
invoke
He thinks he.
Trying to make a
he should just stand
confrontation.
there before he puts
Well,
it back to me.
usually
There was no
somebody
confrontation
gets
until you
this
guys
and
came
then
out here, and there hasn't been one with you. There hasn't been one with him. There's only been one with him. So at this point, I'm going to request that he get his supervisor, whether it's the chief or whoever.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. I mean,
What's your name, sir?
Right.
Sergeant Ellis,
Sergeant Ellis? Okay, thank you. Do you have a badge number?
316.
All right, thank you, sir.
I'll write it down. That's not how it works. I'll write it down and you'll see.
That's not the way an open records request look. Just take the form.
Can I take the form, please?
I need your ID and you give me a report number.
Wow. Should I go live?
You can give him a form, but until he provides the ID, he doesn't get the open record.
That's not the way it works. Go ahead and, dude, how are you a lieutenant? How are you possibly a lieutenant? And you are so ignorant of the law.
Okay.
You're so ignorant of the
Okay.
procedures of the department.
You can leave. Thank
Why
you
is
very
that?
much. You can leave.
Is that I
You're
can or I
causing a
must?
disturbance. You're insulting me. You can
Insulting you? Get his.
give you
I'll
a
go outside
trespass
and
warning. You have a trespass warning from this facility right now.
get the chief, please. Get the chief now.
Can we help you with anything, man?
Okay, I need the chief out here. I need.
The chief that's not really a thing. The chief, the chief's not going to come out.
Okay,
That's
I
like
need the
going to
assistant
White House
chief.
and asking for the president. You know
Okay.
what I mean? That's probably not going to happen.
All right.
You can ask for an on-duty supervisor.
Okay.
I can get you one of those.
I'd appreciate it.
As far as anything above that, probably not.
Okay.
Because that's not usually how it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's not procedure. But he's the same level as the lieutenant that you were just speaking with.
Okay.
It would be a lieutenant.
You know, all I can do is hope that the other lieutenant will be a little more level-headed and a little more educated. That's all. And you know, maybe he's not. Maybe it's a problem with the entire department. I'm assuming since I've met the sergeant who's perfectly level-headed, and what was it? The other is he an officer?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that it's just one bad lieutenant who's miseducated or uneducated, and so I'd like to speak to another lieutenant. And
I can call for him. That's
okay,
no problem.
yeah. And then we need to clear up this trespass thing. He can't trespass me from public property, but at this point he's threatening me. I haven't broken any laws. Filming him is constitutionally protected. At this point, he is at risk of a lawsuit. That's not the direction I want to go. But I can and will. Okay.
3:16 to 4:30.
You're live? Okay, thank you.
These gentlemen want to speak to the on-duty lieutenant.
But to threaten me to leave while doing nothing other than exercising a constitutional right, to come out and try to escalate and cause a problem because I'm exercising a constitutionally protected activity, that's wrong. And not only is it wrong, it's illegal, it's unlawful, and it can result in a lawsuit for the department that nobody needs that.
Can I get your name and just your first name's fine, just so I don't have to address you as dude or man or sir?
At this time, I don't want to give it. If we can start making some progress on getting him under control and getting me back into the building to do what I was doing, then I'll give you my name.
Can I ask what the goal is today? What you're trying to...
We came here to do an open records request, and we film all of our interactions with government specifically for the reasons of what happened in there. That woman was trying to tell him that he has to have an ID to do an open records request. That's false.
But you don't know what the policy is.
It doesn't matter what
I don't know what the records policy is in there. I mean, I don't deal with that.
But their policy can't trump state law. And what that is it's an intimidation tactic to try to get his personal information if he wants to get information about his department. And so as far as more police departments' policies, it doesn't matter because it violates state law. Oklahoma state law says that you don't need to identify yourself to get a public records request. It's
to get the actual paperwork.
Right, or even to submit it. And he doesn't even have to give it. He's got to give some way for them to contact him with the results. So such as he can give a mailing address, he can give an email, he can give a phone number, but he doesn't have to give all of it. He just needs, all he has to do is make the request and give some way for them to contact him to fulfill the request. That's it.
To be full disclosure, I don't deal with that whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a street cop. So I mean,
I understand.
It's fine with me. I don't know. The issue that was created in here, and this is just for me. I came late. Obviously, I was here, but I wasn't the first one out here speaking with you. The issue was, I guess maybe, I don't know if it was you or the other guy that was with you, was down at Court Clerks as well.
Okay.
And was filming in there, and they don't deal with open records or anything like that because they're just a court.
Okay.
And it was making them nervous. They didn't know why the filming was happening.
Uh-huh.
And according to them, they addressed them and asked what was going on, and I guess nothing happened. So they were concerned about that.
Okay.
And the records clerks down here were concerned for the same reasons, just because they didn't, I don't know if it was you again, but they didn't know what you were trying to do. You know, if you were just getting an open records request, fine, but that seems like, you can agree, it seems like something else is going on, right? You're wanting to film the interaction, hoping that maybe the interaction wouldn't go well.
No, usually when we film interactions, they go well. Usually when we go to do an open records request or try to get information and they know we have a camera, that's usually, in my experience, when nobody acts out because they know.
Cameras, the cameras are all around. I mean, we've
got
cameras, there's cameras
right,
in the building.
Right.
It's all on video anyway.
Right.
And so that's why it's concerning to other people, because they're like, this is all on video. Why do they need another video? And so that's where the concern.
We had to pay for your video, and it takes a lot of time. I can't tell you how many open records requests I've done where it takes 3 to 6 months, sometimes a year if it's a pending investigation. And with my video, I've got it all the time, and I get it immediately. A lot of times I never get the open records request I'm asking for. I get body cam footage where they cut out the audio, all kinds of altered stuff. But back to the,
Does he have a handle, or do you need me?
No, I do need you to allow me back into the building. He was threatening me. He told me to leave the building. He was trying to give me
the other lieutenant told you to leave the building?
Yeah.
You're going to stay out here.
And for filming in public?
Yeah, you can stay out
Okay,
here.
do you understand that you guys
I'm
are...
not going to get into an argument.
You just want to get sued, that's all?
So,
you just...
If you feel like you need to take something to court, go ahead.
Okay.
He's
so is there...
fulfilling your friend's open request record.
Okay, so you kicked me out of the building for filming inside of the building.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I just need you to confirm why I've been told to leave the building.
Because another supervisor asked you to step out.
What's the purpose for it?
Well, if I could confer with him and find out.
Okay, go ahead and let me go ask him.
Otherwise, just stay
What's
put,
your name?
Okay?
What's your name?
Lieutenant C.
Lieutenant C. Stay put, as in like right in this spot, or if I move like this, is that against? Just I can't go inside of that door. Is that? I just need to be clear on what I can or can't do without being threatened with violence.
Somebody threatened you with violence right there, right?
Well, you guys you don't understand what would happen. What would happen if I walked into that door?
I don't know what he's wanting to happen. happened.
Somebody would physically put their hands on me.
But
somebody would physically put their hands on me.
Here's where the issue is. Just a minute ago, from what I saw, okay, I didn't see all of it because I wasn't out there. What I saw was that you were getting loud and you were accusing him and name calling him a little bit.
Name calling him?
Ignorant.
That's not.
People don't like.
That's a descriptive word of what he is, because he is ignorant of the law.
That, right? You wouldn't like it if I called you ignorant. So I'm not saying I don't know what he is or isn't.
But if it's
people
factual,
don't like it, okay. But so it was invoking a confrontation.
He approached me. I asked him to leave.
He has a reason to be here.
I have reason to be here.
And I said you have a reason to be here.
My reason to be here is to film you guys. You understand that I don't even have to have any other business here other than to film you, to legally and lawfully be allowed to be here, right?
Okay, I'm just telling you why that particular situation happened. Okay, you're not bothering me.
Right.
Okay, I don't care what you're.
That particular situation.
That particular situation with that particular lieutenant.
Right.
That's why it got out.
He was mad at me because I was filming, and so he kicked me out for filming. But that's the only business I have to have here.
You guys were getting loud, and it was going to be.
He was getting loud.
With you both were.
So you're saying your lieutenant was getting loud? He was. See, that's the problem. He comes in, and when there is no problem, he creates a disturbance, and then says you're creating a disturbance.
He was getting his voice raised, and then he did raise his voice, but he was being screamed at first.
If you guys don't need anything else from me,
Well, I need to go back into the building and finish my story. I am a member of the press. I am here to film a story. I legally and lawfully have a right to do so. Are you telling me that they're threatening violence against me if I go back into the building?
He's got a record request he's got to get in. That's official business.
No, listen.
I did, but he's got
No.
it as well.
I'm not doing it. At this point, I am simply here to film, and that is my official business, is to record him, and those two officers over there inside of that building as a member of the press, as I'm allowed to do via the Constitution, the First Amendment. I don't need to have any other business here other than to film you. That's it. That is my business, and that's all the business I have to have.
It is a public lobby. He's allowed to
please hang out until Lieutenant C comes back out here, and we'll see what he has to say.
Lieutenant C?
The one that you were speaking with.
Are these guys? Have these guys been with the department for a while?
Yeah.
Okay. What year does it check back?
Did you go down the court system earlier today?
Yeah.
That was just before you came in.
Yeah, I've done it.
Did you do your open records request without an ID?
Yeah, well, she wanted my ID. I had to give it to her.
You gave her your ID?
They already know who I am. It's fine. I don't have any warrants.
I don't care.
You know.
It doesn't matter though. It's the fact that they bully you into doing this stuff.
Well, and if I didn't have showed my ID, they would have used force. So it was one of those things.
Yeah, they're bullying you.
I was put in the position to show it. If you don't, I'm going to take it from you.
Holy smokes, more PD is going to, holy crap, do you have any idea the backlash that's about to come? We can fix this right here and now, and it's over. I don't think this department, are you live right now? Is somebody putting out the phone number to Moore Police Department to help me get back inside of here? How many people are on there right now? 45? Maybe I should go live on my big channel.
Yeah, if you go live,
get about...
Warning.
Hey guys, how's it going? I hope I've got some mods in here. Hopefully we can start getting the numbers up right here pretty quick. Moore Police Department is trying to trespass me from the police department for filming inside of the police department. If I've got some mods in here that can, thank you Rika the Hopeful Volunteerist. If I got some mods in here, you already did, thank you. Moore, Oklahoma Police Department, it's going to be Lieutenant C, is that right? S-E-A-Y? Well, who's the lieutenant that kicked me out officially? Or, initially, I'm sorry. Lieutenant Dudley threatened me with violence to leave the building. The word he used was trespass warning, right?
Well, it's not even official yet. He hasn't even...
Well, no. He gave me a trespass warning, which means if you don't leave this building because you're engaging in a constitutionally protected act, if you don't leave this building, I will use violence against you to force you to the back of the building where we have holding cells.
And it was Lieutenant Dudley and then Lieutenant C, right, that came out and confirmed that he doesn't know what Lieutenant Dudley did or why, and he doesn't care. If Lieutenant Dudley said you're kicked out of the building for constitutionally protected activities, then you're kicked out of the building. These two officers have been wonderful. This is Sergeant Ellis. He's been very respectful. He's communicated with me where the others haven't, clarified things where the others haven't. The others just, Dudley and C, it's nothing but threats and intimidation. This officer over here also, Dunbar, has also been very professional, cool, calm, collected the entire time, while their supervisors have continually escalated the situation and thrown out threats of violence. 405-793-5171. You want to talk to Lieutenant Dudley about trespassing people from public property that we own for exercising constitutionally protected rights in the building. Let me ask you guys though, if he told you to arrest me for being inside of there, would you do it or would you make him do it? I'm glad we didn't too, but have you ever heard of Turner versus Driver?
I can't say that I have.
If you go look it up on YouTube, it's a court ruling that says that we can be in public places. I don't know if it actually applies here.
To municipal buildings?
No. If the circuit, I can't remember what circuit it was in, so I don't know if it applies in Oklahoma. I think it may. It was in Texas.
You can see him through the window over there on the sidewalk.
But either way, what happened was the lieutenant. It was this very similar situation, and the lieutenant kept trying to tell the guy to do something that he didn't lawfully have to do, and then he was giving orders to the guys below him because he knew what he was doing was wrong, and so he wouldn't put hands on Philip Turner himself. He directed the people under him to do it for him, to do his dirty work for him. The lieutenant ended up getting sued in his personal capacity as well as the department getting sued. Won the case, won case law, but there were 6 guys there that obeyed the unlawful orders of their superior and put hands on and arrested this innocent man because the lieutenant told them to. Okay, I need to get back into the building. So when I walk through that door, is somebody going to physically assault me? Are the lieutenants going to come and physically assault me and try to put silver bracelets on me?
I am not a lieutenant and I'm not their boss. So
okay.
I don't know what they do. You can't speak for other people.
Are either one of you going to try to assault me and put silver bracelets on me when I walk through that door?
I still want to know what's the what I understand you saying it's your right and all that.
Sorry, hold on 1 second. We're not going to be able to hear anything. At this point, I've got to get an answer to the question. And before it was kind of hypothetical. When I walk through that door, are you going to follow your sergeant's orders to assault me and put silver bracelets on me? Huh? Hold on.
Can you answer my question?
I have a right to be in there, and I'm not going to be bullied by the government that I hired to serve me. That's about it. I mean, I can walk through there, I can do my video. See, I never even spoke to anybody when I was in there until they came and approached me.
That's mostly what was making people nervous. They didn't know what was going on.
Oh, well, when they said hi to me, I said hello. They asked what I'm doing. I said I'm just filming. Yeah, I didn't go mute.
Well, I mean, I went out there. I don't know. They just said that you weren't talking to him, so they didn't know.
They might have been talking about him, but the first window I went to was the police. She said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm fine, thank you." She was about to get up, and I said, "No, don't get up. You're fine. I'm all right. I don't need anything." And then immediately she jumped on the phone and called people. You guys came out and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Filming." And then boom, it went up, escalated from there. They said, "Whoa, you can't film. Cameras are dangerous post 9/11, right?" I would have been out of there within 3 minutes. It's a matter of we're not going to be bullied into not exercising our rights. It's as simple as that. I mean, why can't it just be respected? That's it.
But you get what I'm saying?
All right, here he comes. Here he comes.
They
I think.
They can't say
I didn't get y'all's names. You got a name?
I didn't give it.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm just going to let you know. We talked it over. There's no problem with you filming inside the building as long as you're not disrupting the daily activities of citizens coming in to take care of
Understood.
Okay?
All right.
All right. You have any questions?
That's it, man. It's settled. Hey, thank you.
Careful,
That's
okay?
all we got to do.
You need to back?
No. She's
got,
I think she's got a copy.
Okay. All right. No. I was just going to address you by your first name, if you know.
You can call me James. I appreciate you. I appreciate you doing what needed to be done and handling it.
Are we done here?
Yeah.
Hey, thank you very much.
No problem.
Sergeant, right?
Yeah.
Ellis?
Yeah.
All right.
You say what? Is it James?
It is James. Okay. Yes, it is.
All right, James. I appreciate it.
I'll make sure. And I mean, complaints are easy to put in. Can we put in compliments on officers? I mean, you guys have official complaint forms.
You could give it a shot. I mean, I would appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, there's always an official complaint form. I'd love an official.
Well, that's the guy you want to talk to.
All right. I may just send it in an email, and there's 430 people watching too that I would also encourage to. Thank you, sir.
Who wants to make a compliment on this guy? Make sure he's the next supervisor, Lieutenant.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
All right, thanks.
I think we achieved freedom temporarily.
Temporarily. They threatened me with violence to get out of the building.
I think that's where the plainclothes intended. Because I looked through the window and he was going through paperwork trying to see if he can't get us on something for filming the courts.
Yeah, they were looking through the laws to find out.
And they were. I saw them.
You know, good for them, because initially I had asked them to do that before they threatened me with violence to get out of the building. You know, just check on it. Make sure you're doing the right thing. But of course, they don't do it until 400 people are on a live stream blowing up their phones. Until then,
people actually calling?
Until then, it's just, look, we have guns. We said no. So get out or we'll shoot you. Really put silver bracelets on you. Oh, we're good. Thank you. We'll be out of here in just a minute, too. Thank you. Hey, guys, thanks for jumping on the live stream. Thank you for your support. I don't believe for 1 second that I would have gotten back into that building without you guys. I 100% believe.
So thanks for calling. Guys.
Yeah.
It's your right. You have every right to call in.
You know, people say, oh, what can I do to help? What can I do to help? Man, that did it right there. You know? Well, people are like, oh, well, you know, it's difficult for me. I got health problems. I can't get out and film like you do. What you guys did right there made all the difference in the world, and that's what made this particular audit a success. Every single one of you, thank you guys. Love you guys. We'll be out quite a bit today. So there's a lot of people in the United States that the first thing we think about in the morning when we wake up and the last thing we think about when we go to bed is government safety. What's the first thing you think of every morning when you wake up?
Government safety.
Government is always doing things for us for our safety, such as sitting on the side of the road, running radar on us, pulling us over, giving us citations, rummaging through all our personal belongings, patting us down, and most recently watching our every move through flock security cameras. While some people call this bullying, harassment, even stalking, we know what it really is. Government loves us, and they want to keep us safe. Well, here's the thing, I love government, and I want to return the favor.
So we've got faith in the police as a security plan.
As a part of the security plan.
Nobody in the building's armed, though?
Not that I know.
Excellent. Okay. Nobody armed in the building. And the police are, how long would you say it would take the average person to run? How many yards do you think it is to the PD? You ever done a 400-yard dash?
No, heck no.
Okay.
Do I look like I do?
I'm going to guesstimate 400 yards.
I probably should ask who you are before I tell you all ours.
I am James.
I'm Mary.
Mary, good to meet you. Thank you. We're just doing... Travis, good to meet you, sir.
In the future, we'll be expanding our government safety inspections to make sure office workers have proper protocols for avoiding paper cuts, making sure police officers are trained on how to use a second grader as a human shield, and demanding money from them through a thing that we'll call a citation when we see them doing things that we believe are unsafe. If there's one thing I've learned from government, it's that the only way to keep people safe is by taking their money.
That's cool. I'll figure out where they live too.
Why?
Because it's fun.
That's odd, Jenkins.
Well, it's just fun.
Jenkins, come on. Why are you trying to, threaten people in my life?
You want to know something honest? I'll kill the motherfucker. You want me to kill him?
Stop.
And then I'll fucking hang his earlobes on your dad's fucking rearview mirror, and your dad can fucking stare at him and sniff him. No, I'm saying, I'm serious. You're fucking with the motherfucker right now. And Kelly Aiken will know about it too. Trust me. Kelly Aiken's a good friend of mine. say, dude, I already know where you live. I'll come suck your wife up.
Eyewitness testimony, official phone records, polygraph tests, recordings of Judge Franklin threatening multiple people's lives.
I'll come suck your wife up.
Showing that this wasn't even just a one-time thing. This is who he is. And yet Tonda Curry says she doesn't feel comfortable just putting the evidence before a jury and letting them decide. The only question in my mind is this: was Tonda Curry just protecting one of her own, or did she receive one of Judge Franklin's famous phone calls herself?
No, I'm saying, I'm serious. You're fucking with the motherfucker right now. I know where she lives too, and I'll drop a hydrogen bomb on her house too. You're fucking with the motherfucker right now.
It was Sergeant James, you said, right?
Not Sergeant James, just Jim.
Just Jim? Oh, okay.
I know Jim.
Well, Jim, maybe our paths will cross again in another state at some time.
Okay.
Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's destiny. Maybe we're meant to be together. Who knows?
What are you going to do with these pictures?
Nothing ever felt as good or as easy as when we were young. Oh, though I felt misunderstood, it was a pleasure running away with you.
Today I want to talk about the people in the United States of America that believe that if you have a message that they don't agree with, that you should be violently attacked.
I want to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. I'm curious. I'm protesting the police.
A few weeks ago, I followed Otto around in multiple different towns in Texas while he held up his signs, and I went around interviewing random people, asking them what they thought of it. Out of 4 cities and towns that we went to, there was only one where multiple people thought that Otto should be violently attacked for his verbal and written message. Grand Saline, Texas. These are real Americans and their real, raw reactions to their government being criticized with words that they don't approve of. First, there was this woman who was driving by, saw Otto's sign, and decided she should pull over and let Otto know that somebody should bust him in the mouth. Me, being the piece of shit that I am, egged her on.
Like that. That's illegal, you dumb.
I agree. You think somebody should violently attack him for his words?
I really do.
Yeah. We should, that's what America's built on, right? Violently attacking people for their word. You think somebody should come up and bust him in the face?
Well, I'm not going to say that because I'd be recorded to say it, but I wish somebody would come bust you right in the mouth and I would laugh. I wish that I could.
You wish you could? So you say 2 to pay off 30 days in jail would be appropriate. So we got one lady who thinks that he should be busted in the mouth.
I wish somebody would come bust you right in the mouth.
And another lady who thinks he should either be violently attacked, taken to jail for 30 days, or have to suck 2 dicks. So you say 2 to pay off 30 days in jail would be appropriate.
What we have to do is use that as an opportunity to explain to them what our forefathers gave us, and they're all these officials are stripping this shit away a little at a time.
I don't know anything about it. I really don't. I might have a job here in town with my son, but I really don't keep up with their politics and all their stupid stuff.
It's not even about their politics as much as it is the whole damn world.
Why don't they move down to Freeman or somewhere?
They do this everywhere.
They do it at the salt house.
They do this everywhere. They're doing it here right now because of what's going on with the mayor.
I don't know what's going on.
We can talk about it. I can kind of explain to you what's going on. The mayor in every fucking town's doing wrong.
I wouldn't go out for mayor. I wouldn't work for the city.
I wouldn't do it either.
I spent 9 years doing it, and I got a good experience back in the 90s.
I understand your point of the verbiage and everything, but like I said, use it as a teaching tool to your grandkids because, listen, they're not, there's a reason they're not teaching civics in school anymore. They want us fucking dumbed down as they can get us, period. The dumber we are, the easier it is to overtake all of us. And I'll
very offensive,
and I get it. I get what you're saying, but I'll send you some links of James, Otto, Sean. There's so many of them, and at first, when I first started watching these several years ago, I was like, this is kind of. But the more that I've dug into it and researched it, these guys have taught me. These these guys have taught me stuff that the school should have taught us.
Huh? Was Charlie Kirk wrong? Is that what you were saying?
No, not at all. It was just that you said, you did say, look, we don't have to go back to it, but what you said is that he should be violently attacked for his words. I don't think...
You asked me what I thought. I said, I wish somebody would come bust you right in the mouth and I would laugh.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I have a license to carry.
Well, good. They do too.
Good.
I agree. You think somebody should violently attack him for his words?
I really do. You asked me what I thought. I said, I wish I could.
I don't need to. Look, I don't. It's not a. It's neither here nor there. No, I don't think that anybody should be violently attacked for their words. I don't think anybody should be.
Really like those words out on the street like that. Just you know.
Well, a lot of people didn't like Charlie Kirk's words.
And all that too.
You realize a lot of people didn't like Charlie Kirk's words, right? A lot of people. Yeah. And that was the whole point. It was like, hey, you got a message that I don't agree with. What am I? I'm gonna bust you in the face. I'm gonna you in the neck. You know.
No, I just wish they changed the wording.
Well, if you change the wording, the point would not get across.
They say the F word to them and everything.
Oh, they're saying the F word to other people too? Huh? So they should be put in jail for 30 days for saying the F word to people? And for criticizing the mayor?
Yeah.
And for criticizing the police?
Yeah.
They should be in jail for...
They should go to the meeting.
What should they do at the meeting?
Give what they want done, you know.
What do you mean?
Explain why stuff's not being done in this town.
Oh, okay. So they should go to the meeting instead of coming out here and saying the words that they're saying? Yeah. Okay. So there's a way to do it, is what you're saying? Yeah. And so they should go to the... Do you think they should vote?
Yeah.
Yeah? Go to the meeting and vote?
Yeah.
So if he's offended that you like cops, should he be able to put you in jail for 30 days?
No.
Why not?
Because.
Because why?
I ain't out there doing that kind of stuff right there.
What kind of stuff?
Holding up them signs.
Okay. So as long as you keep your opinion secret, you should be able to stay free? Yeah. But if you express your opinion for others to hear and see, you should go to jail for 30 days?
Yeah. Or either
Were you born in North Korea?
No.
Okay.
I was born in West Dallas.
West Dallas? Okay.
Without a birth certificate.
All right. So West Dallas it seems is pretty similar mindset to North Korea, though, right?
Yes.
Would you like a sandwich?
What is this?
That's all I have right now.
Send money, you stupid bitch.
Stops to make a profit. When I get down to the bottom, I'll be topping. Come be my corner pin. Let me chuck this thing and be.
Whoa, no.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes, that is military police coming in code 3 squealing tires for me. You're probably wondering how I ended up with 5 GTA stars and the military coming after me.
Light me up.
Well, it all started when my daughter and I decided to take a little road trip and go camping in Sierra Vista, Arizona. To be honest, we were killing 2 birds with 1 stone. There was some suspicious police activity in the area that we needed to investigate, and we decided to make a camping trip of it. We camped out by the San Pedro River about 10 minutes outside of Sierra Vista, Arizona. We did typical tourist stuff like taking videos and pictures. We did typical investigator stuff, such as questioning combative and argumentative suspects. Since the entire town of Sierra Vista is built on the Army base, Fort Huachuca, I went to get some B-roll footage of the signs as well as the beautiful mountain range in the background. I was only there for a couple minutes when this happened. Sorry about the horrible footage at the beginning, but as soon as I heard the sirens chirp and the tires squeal and realized they were coming after me, I was completely focused on my cell phone and trying to make sure I went live on YouTube so that if they kidnapped me, everyone would see it live. After getting live, I fixed the camera angle. I also misspoke multiple times saying I was doing a video on Sahuarita Police Department. I meant Sierra Vista Police Department. Hey,
How you doing, sir?
just getting B-roll of the intersection.
For what?
For a story about Sahuarita Police Department.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing.
Are you recording the installation?
Or taking photos that direction?
No, just the mountains.
Just the mountains?
Yeah, just the mountains and the traffic in the intersection.
You're recording towards the installation, sir.
On the public sidewalk even?
Correct, yes.
That right there is a security issue. So if you were to film it from here, you're still going to get in trouble for it.
Seriously?
Yeah, because that's a vital area of the installation.
Just this open area in the public intersection?
We're showing the entire installation, right? You could be coming over here and showing the entrance to our installation. That's a vital installation part.
Yeah.
If you could do me a favor, though, stop recording because you are facing the installation.
Stop recording that direction?
Yes, that direction.
Okay.
You can record that direction.
And that's
toward the installation entrance.
okay.
I understand that you might try to begin B-roll towards the mountains and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
Don't point
film
towards
that
the
okay.
installation entrance.
Did you know Google did it?
Did what?
Filmed towards that direction. It's all over the internet.
Okay.
Like a
I mean,
Okay. Yeah, it's. I'll go over this way then. I mean, I don't want you guys to like violently attack me or something.
Oh no, there's no reason to do that.
Okay, cool. Well, there was no reason to violently attack me for videoing at that same intersection in 2017 either, but that didn't stop them. They even slapped 4 federal charges on me, which were completely dismissed 2 years later. Yeah, I'll go over this way so we can point the camera every which way without wording. But you're saying on this public intersection right here, I feel like threatened with violence, that if I point a camera in a certain direction on the public intersection, that you might violently attack me or something. Because you seem like kind of a retard. You're not even on your base either, and you're out here like barking orders and stuff. Like, the line of demarcation is way up there, right? Yeah, so I suggest you go back to your base, and take care of your base and leave the free public area free and public, you know what I mean? I mean, not you seem chill, but this guy, yeah, I mean, you're telling me I can't point a camera in a direction in a public area? Like,
Towards that, yes.
Towards the mountain?
The mountains are fine. Like,
yeah.
You're filming at the mountain, you're fine.
I'll tell you a secret, I already beat this case in 2017 on that corner.
On that corner?
Yep. Okay. All right. Head back to your base, man. Thank you. Hey, don't ever come out here and tell people that they can't point a camera at that installation again, okay? Don't ever tell anyone that again, okay? Fort Huachuca is known as the central hub for Army intelligence in the United States. The irony is that you don't have to have any intelligence at all to work there.
if you can do me a favor, though, stop recording because you are facing the installation.
Stop recording that direction?
Yes, that direction.
And seriously, the sunsets in southern Arizona are incredible. We did have to leave, so I didn't get any shots of the sunset over that particular mountain range, but I snagged some shots on the drive home.
I walked out, he started taping me, and I said, I don't like this, I don't like it on Facebook, I don't.
Yeah, and I don't either.
I don't like trashing people, our citizens, on Facebook.
I'm with her, and then she just kept following us around. Okay. I was with her. We were talking about how we're sick of seeing this just all over Facebook. You're probably wondering what she's tired of seeing all over Facebook, right? She's tired of seeing non-mainstream, non-government-controlled media publish stories about her friends. 2 judges accused of coercing a guilty plea out of an innocent man by threatening his life. Rather than being upset that her friend, a judge, would threaten an innocent man's life for a guilty plea, she's upset that people are talking about it.
We need to get rid of the watchdog.
Furthermore, she wanted her support of these crooked judges to be a secret, so she's mad that we're documenting it. Let's catch you up on what happened. So 2 judges in Rains County are now indicted on felony charges for coercing a guilty plea out of an innocent man and then coercing the court clerk to keep her damn mouth shut about it.
You know, if I destroyed evidence and tampered with it, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Kobe Wiebe of Rains County, Texas claims that Judge Jenkins Franklin called him on the phone and threatened him to take a plea deal, saying, quote, "You take the deal, boy, or dead men can't testify."
9:13 in the morning, I get a phone call. This is Judge Franklin. I heard you have a problem with me. You take the deal, boy, or dead man can't testify. 3 days later, I took a plea deal.
Wiebe's attorneys filed a lawsuit against Judge Jenkins in Rains County. The lawsuit included certified phone records proving that Judge Franklin did call Wiebe when Wiebe claimed he did, as well as polygraph results in relation to what the call was about.
And he identified himself to you on that phone call?
Yes, sir.
So he wasn't trying to hide this at all?
No, sir.
Wiebe's felony conviction was vacated after prosecutors filed a motion acknowledging that he had been coerced to enter the plea. In May, a grand jury indicted Judge Franklin on charges of official oppression for the alleged call to Wiebe and tampering with a witness, pressuring a clerk to falsify an affidavit in connection to the case. Then, in June, County Judge Linda Wallace Wallace was indicted for tampering with a witness. According to court records, Wallace coerced the same clerk to withhold testimony regarding the allegations against Judge Franklin.
So 2 judges in Rains County are now indicted on felony charges for coercing a guilty plea out of an innocent man and then coercing the court clerk to keep her damn mouth shut about it. All the prosecutors in Rains County recused themselves from the case. They know who these judges are. It'd be a conflict of interest for them to prosecute. So a special prosecutor is brought in from Zandant County, Tonda Curry. Friday, November 21st, both judges were set to be in court, and we were there. We were told that the judges were expected to plead to something. So prosecutor Tonda Curry added an extra charge to Judge Franklin. Misdemeanor disorderly conduct for this picture of Judge Franklin holding up a rifle in the courthouse window. This was a totally separate incident from years ago. Then Tonda offered Judge Franklin a plea deal where if he pled guilty to disorderly conduct for holding up the gun, she would dismiss the totally separate felony charges for threatening an innocent man to take a guilty plea. She claims that she only dismissed the charges because she didn't think she could prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury.
It's my belief that they could not be proved beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the standard I have to look at. That's what I have to evaluate before I walk into a courtroom and ask a jury to convict. Many of the witnesses we would have had to rely on lacked credibility. They have motives that undermine their credibility.
Franklin's defense attorney, Brand Thorson, says he will be able to resume his role as justice of the peace.
So that's it. She says she's not 100% sure that she can get a guilty verdict out of a jury, so she drops all the charges. And the judge is headed back to the bench. Cameras weren't allowed in the courtroom or upstairs, so we waited for Tonda Curry downstairs to ask her questions, but as soon as she got down there and saw us, she turned back around, went back upstairs, and hid. Quite a few of Judge Franklin's friends showed up at the courthouse, most of them claiming that they were from his church. They were there to support him and let us know that they don't believe Judge Franklin would ever threaten somebody.
Somebody that did.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Oh, for sure.
What can you tell us about it?
Nothing other than I see him at church.
You see him at church?
I'm here to support him.
Then this woman came down and decided to tell us what she thought even though she wasn't asked. So I asked her to elaborate. She wanted to make sure everyone in the lobby knew what her opinion was, but also wanted to make sure that her opinion wasn't recorded and published.
I don't appreciate all this. I'm just saying, I don't like it on Facebook trying to sway a jury. That's just my opinion. So,
You don't like what?
it doesn't matter what I don't like. I just don't like it all over Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think that's wrong.
The case being all over Facebook, you mean?
No, just the trashing out of local people. I don't like that. I just came by. I'm on my way to Dallas, and so I just came by. I don't want to speak into the mic. I don't want to say anything. It's just that I don't like all this trash. I just don't. It's that. I just think it's wrong to try to put something on Facebook, which I just don't like it. I think it just appears to me that they're trying to sway a jury, and I don't like that at all. I don't like that. These people are my friends.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
So you feel like the people are getting on social media and trying to sway a jury to
I think the watchdog business, don't put me on anything. I don't even know who these other people are.
I don't know who most people are either. That's why I was asking, just trying to figure out.
Please, I'm asking you to not film me. I do not. I just came back.
Do you know who she is?
I don't know who she is. I have no idea who she is.
Okay.
No, so I'm asking you nicely, don't film me. Because I don't want to be on anything. Like I said, these were my friends.
Yeah.
And I don't like seeing it, don't hear it.
The judges were your friends?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
It's awful, so just...
Yeah.
I'm glad that this part is over.
So, you think it's just... I think I probably agree. It's kind of unfair to just plaster people all over Facebook when they're not even convicted of something. Is that...
That's kind of... That's it. And I just don't believe in that. And they're trying to sway everybody else. And I don't even know who these people are that came in to do this kind of thing. So I don't know. So...
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just asking you, what do you put all your stuff? YouTube, Facebook? Where do you put all your information?
I send it to my producer.
I'm asking you, don't. I'm saying, please don't do that.
Don't send it to the producer?
I do not want it in the producer. I'm telling you. What is your name?
James.
James. And you're ref again?
Larata.
Larasa?
Larata.
Laraka. Okay, well, I have no clue who you are.
Yeah. I'm a nobody, but my producers told me to come and find out what was going on.
Okay. And I'm just telling you, I'm asking you as nicely as I know how. Please, do not include me in anything. I just came by. I was late. I wasn't here for the whole thing. And then when I got here, they told me that what had happened. And so I went upstairs to see Jenkins. And so that's the bottom line. And please, I've asked you nicely too, do not film me.
I'm not sure who that is, but probably with the watchdog people is my guess.
Watchdog people, you're continuing to do that. Okay, we may have to have a conversation later, okay?
Yeah. Some people just don't understand common decency. And I think that that's kind of what's going on with all the people posting on Facebook. You know, that's what I saw. You know, we live in a society where you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And
well, I'm telling you, I never believed it. I don't believe it today. And so I'm just saying, stop.
This woman actually thinks that because she doesn't personally believe that her friend did anything wrong, everyone should have to stop talking about it.
Stop it already. You know, you've put our city, our county, our people through enough. In the watchdog group, I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm really upset with you. Let me
get the deputy. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go with you. Let's go let him know. Because you've asked her already, right? To stop.
So I go with her to help snitch on my camera person.
Can I see you out here, please? Yes, ma'am. Okay, right here is great. I have asked this lady repeatedly to quit filming me. And she will not.
I can do it under the law. They can do it. Yes, ma'am. Okay. It's not against the law to film somebody in public.
Because I had said, I walked out, he started taping me, and I said, I don't like this. I don't like it on Facebook. I don't.
Yeah, and I don't either.
I don't like trashing people, our citizens, on Facebook.
I'm with her, and then she just kept following us around. Okay. I was with her. We were talking about how we're sick of seeing this just all over Facebook and.
First Amendment.
Well, I'm not just stopping by.
I think we need to get
with no agenda.
I think we need to get rid of the First Amendment. Is what I think. What do you think?
No, we don't need to do that, but we do need.
Well, if it allows people to do what she's doing,
we need to get rid of the watchdog.
Then the cop found out I was with the camera person I was snitching on. And this isn't the first time prosecutor Tonda Curry has given Judge Franklin a sweet deal with deferred adjudication for criminal activity. In 2024, she gave him deferred adjudication for a DWI.
An East Texas judge accused of driving while intoxicated has been given 12 months of deferred adjudication. According to DPS, the trooper found Franklin behind the wheel with several open alcohol containers.
There's a lot more to this. Otto the Watchdog is working on getting the body cam footage from that incident. For anyone who thinks it's just not in Judge Franklin's nature to threaten people over the phone, Otto the Watchdog provided us with this recording that's part of the lawsuit against the judge. The recording is alleged to be a phone call between Judge Franklin and his ex-wife. Now, I don't contest that this is just 2 minutes clipped out of a 45-minute phone call, but I just pulled out the parts where Judge Franklin threatened his ex-wife's family members, CPS workers, attorneys, and brags about finding out where people live while threatening to bomb their houses. Whether Judge Franklin's threats are credible or not, they definitely exist. And Colby believed his threat to be credible enough that he took a guilty plea for something that he didn't do.
I get it.
That's cool. I'll figure out where they live too.
Why?
Because it's fun.
That's odd, Jenkins.
Well, it's just fun.
Jenkins, come on. Why are you trying to, threaten people in my life?
You want to know something honest? I'll kill the motherfucker. You want me to kill him?
Stop.
And then I'll fucking hang his earlobes on your dad's fucking rearview mirror, and your dad can fucking stare at him and sniff him. No, I'm saying, I'm serious. You're fucking with the motherfucker right now. And Kelly Aiken will know about it. Trust me. Kelly Aiken's a good friend of mine. Let me tell you something. You kick my daughter again, you better hope they put you in jail. Kick her again, I dare you.
I never kicked her, Jenkins.
I'd kick her again, fucking dare you.
I never kicked her.
Well, that's what the child fucking CPS worthless piece of shit called me and told me that you did too. Called me and said you kicked her and the case was unfounded. I said, well, she kicked her? What? Was even awesomer about that? I didn't even call her. The school did. Ms. Moore called CPS on you.
I know, and she talked to me. She told me.
That's what a piece of shit y'all are. Y'all are fucking white trash, man. You know where that motherfucker lives too, and I'm gonna drop a hydrogen bomb on his house. And Michelle Hooper, I know where she lives too, and I'll drop a hydrogen bomb on her house too.
Jenkins.
And y'all think I'm playing? And I'm not. Why don't you call me and tell me instead of telling some fucking dipshit attorney, Russell Brooks, who doesn't know fucking shit? I know where he lives too, by the way. You know.
Why would you want to know where he lives?
About shit. I wanted to say, dude, I already know where you live. I'll come fuck your wife up. I'm just saying, you and I could probably get together and figure a lot of this shit out. But instead, we're paying people $300 an hour to do it because you refuse to meet with me.
No, I don't refuse to meet with you. I just kind of feel intimidated by you and would rather have professionals there as well.
Russell's a fucking idiot.
I think he's pretty good.
Philip will fucking bury Russell underneath the courthouse.
Russell seems like a good guy.
Tell Russell I know where he lives.
What do you mean?
Just tell him. Just tell him.
Okay, so what? Tell him you know where he lives.
I don't care what you tell him. I don't care anything.
It's my belief that they could not be proved beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the standard I have to look at. That's what I have to evaluate before I walk into a courtroom and ask a jury to convict.
I wanted to say, dude, I already know where you live. I'll come fuck your wife up.
Eyewitness testimony, official phone records, polygraph tests, recordings of Judge Franklin threatening multiple people's lives.
I'll come fuck your wife up.
Showing that this wasn't even just a one-time thing. This is who he is. And yet Tonda Curry says she doesn't feel comfortable just putting the evidence before a jury and letting them decide. The only question in my mind is this: was Tonda Curry just protecting one of her own, or did she receive one of Judge Franklin's famous phone calls herself?
No, I'm serious. You're fucking with the motherfucker right now. I know where she lives too, and I'll drop a hydrogen bomb on her house too. You're fucking with the motherfucker right now.
I just want to make sure everyone here is safe.
That's my job.
It's right, and there's layers upon layers, and so this is all for your safety.
I'm not answering any more questions about anything.
Are you invoking your right to remain silent at this time, sir?
I'm not answering any questions about anything.
Okay.
How many more questions?
So really my biggest concern was the safe. How long have you worked for the department?
30 years.
30 years? Okay. What's your current salary?
$6
You are being quite uncooperative.
How am I being uncooperative?
Have you had issues with authority previously?
No.
Okay. Is this the first time?
I'm not answering any questions about anything.
Okay.
Sir.
What? Oh.
Everything from your pockets.
Okay. I just needed to ask you a couple of questions. Actually, I don't think we even need to go in.
Okay.
Do you guys accept cash as payment? Okay. How much cash roughly do you guys think you take in a day?
No clue.
Okay. Is the cash kept in registers or is there a safe on site?
There's a safe.
Okay. And what's the brand of that safe?
No idea.
Okay. Do you know if it's time locked?
No idea. I have nothing to do with the safe.
Okay. What's your name?
Chester.
Chester. Oh, no. I think my pen's not going to work. You have a pen? Thanks, Chester. I can't believe I brought a bad pen. Okay, Chester, and there is a safe?
Hmm?
Okay. But we don't know the brand?
No.
How big would...
to do with the safe.
Okay, how big would you say it is? Is it as big as me or you?
No.
Smaller?
Yeah.
Size that someone might be able to just pick up?
Why are you asking all these questions?
Just doing an investigation.
For what?
Well, it's an open investigation, so I can't divulge all the details at this time.
I'm not going to tell you any more about our security stuff then.
Okay. Okay, being uncooperative or?
No. I mean, I ask you a question. You're telling me you're doing an investigation. You won't tell me what it's about. I'm not going to give you any information about our security stuff.
Okay.
Unless you're here as a auditor or something. Legitimate.
Okay, like a state auditor or something?
Something like that.
Okay. All right, so Chester, we do have a safe on site. How often is the safe emptied?
Have nothing to do with it.
Okay, don't know.
No.
Is there money left in the building overnight?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. You were saying, though, that the safe could be picked up and moved, or is it too heavy for that?
If I remember right, it's bolted to the floor.
Bolted, okay. You don't know the brand, right?
Mm-mm.
Do you know if it's time locked?
Don't know.
Okay. We're going to put...
Like I said, I really don't deal much with the safe. In fact, I don't deal with it at all. I know we got one.
Okay, great, excellent. Do you have someone come and pick up the cash, or do you guys deliver it to the bank?
I'm not going to answer any more questions about that. That's violating our security protocols.
Okay. How many security cameras are in here?
Again, I'm not going to tell you anything about our security protocols.
All right, so we got one right up here in the top corner that I can see. One security camera in the lobby. Metal detector. And this only detects metal, right?
What are you looking for?
Just conducting an investigation.
For who? For what?
Well, my supervisor asked me to come and do it.
Who?
Bao. Did you want to talk to him? You want me to get him on the... I can get him on the phone if you... Do you want...
Who's he from? I mean, supervisor for who? For what?
For Here, I'll go ahead and...
I'm not going to talk to him.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you can understand, I'm just doing my job.
Well, what is your job?
My job is to conduct an investigation here.
Okay, get a hold of the court administrator and they can help you. But I'm not answering any more questions about our security stuff.
Okay, I just want to make sure everyone here is safe.
That's my job.
It's right, and there's layers upon layers, and so this is all for your safety.
Who are you?
I'm James.
That doesn't tell me anything.
Pleasure to meet you.
Who do you work for?
Buddy Bao.
Who is he?
Well, I can get him on the phone. He's my boss.
No, give me a name of a company or something.
I think
and
it's...
How is it you got contracted to come in here and investigate the security?
Well, it's not necessarily contracted. Buddy Bao just told me, hey, go check it out.
Doesn't mean anything to us.
I'm just doing my job.
Well,
I can tell you're frustrated, but...
Well, I'm not going to answer any more questions about our security protocols. So either come up with something new or go somewhere else.
Okay. So the metal detector does not... It only detects metal?
I'm not answering any questions about our security protocols.
Do you have problems with authority?
No.
Okay, are you
As long as they have the authority.
Are you a sovereign citizen?
You guys need to go. I'm not answering any more questions about anything.
I'm just doing my job.
I'm not answering any more questions about anything.
Are you invoking your right to remain silent at this time, sir?
I'm not answering any questions about anything.
Okay, I'm going to put invoking right to remain silent.
I don't care what you put down. I'm not answering any more questions.
Is there a reason you're being so combative?
Is there a reason you keep doing the same thing when I ask you stuff?
I'm just doing my job.
So am I.
And I'm not yelling at you for it.
I'm not yelling at you.
You seem like you're getting a little frustrated.
You ain't seen nothing.
What does that mean?
Please leave.
What does that mean, that I ain't seen nothing?
You haven't seen anything. We're just having a conversation. I'm not answering any more questions.
What happens when you get frustrated then? What would I see? Okay. Affirmative. Yeah. One subject, uncooperative.
So your question is about?
It's about the safe at the court, as well as, well, how much cash do you guys think you take in a day here?
It depends on the people that walk in, and obviously request a number of records, or there's a fee for towing, fingerprinting. Without looking at an actual list, I couldn't tell you.
Okay. You think it's in the hundreds, maybe the thousands?
I would say daily in the hundreds.
In the hundreds. And is that money kept in a safe?
Yes.
Or just a register?
It's in a cash drawer and it's picked up daily.
Okay.
I know our procedures when it's collected here, kept in a cash drawer, and then it's escorted over onto the town side.
Oh, okay. So it's just in a cash drawer. It's not in a safe over here?
No.
So we have hundreds of dollars in cash over here that are in just a drawer?
And
Okay, great.
Daily pick up and drop off.
Excellent. Hundreds in cash in the register, right? Yeah. Okay, excellent. And then daily it's taken over to be deposited?
Yes.
And what bank is it deposited into?
I don't know.
Okay. Is it one of the local ones, maybe, or?
Probably.
Excellent.
That's something our finance department of the town side could probably answer.
Okay.
Did you go over there and talk to them yet?
Yeah, I talked to the courts, and they told me that there's definitely a safe in there.
Okay.
And we documented all the security cameras and entrances and exits and all that stuff, and they said there's a safe in there, but they weren't being very cooperative when I asked them what the brand is. I needed to know whether or not it's time locked.
That's something that's obviously, secured information that obviously not knowing the organization you're with, we don't want to reveal how we secure valuables like that because obviously there's a security to it, a security risk to it. We want to make sure it's safe.
Okay.
So
it's just my job
I understand that.
try to figure all this stuff out.
I'm protecting the town as well.
Okay, we're both just kind of doing our job.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
I hope. Yeah, the court guy was kind of getting really upset with me, and I was trying to tell him, I don't want to do this. I just, I was told to.
Okay.
Right. So, I'm sure there's a lot of things you do that you don't want to do, right? But when you're told to do it.
Well, that's a pretty open-ended question. I don't know what you're getting at with that.
What I mean is, when we're told to do something, there's a chain of command, right? Sure. It's not our job
There's policies and procedures, there's rules and regulations.
Right. Same. Same.
Yeah.
And so, we don't question those who are above us. We just.
How many more questions?
So really, my biggest concern was the safe. I really need to know whether or not it's time locked, and whether or not he says it's bolted down. I was wondering if we could just get a view of it.
That's pretty much internal department regulations. I'm not going to reveal any particular devices or safes, or if it's bolted down, or if there's a time lock. If it's alarmed, I'm not going to provide that information because, again.
Okay. All right. How long have you worked for the department?
30 years.
30 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your current salary?
What's the gloves for?
It's just, it's policy.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever someone's uncooperative or doesn't tell me what I want to know, it's policy to put gloves on. I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't question why we do the things we do. It's just policy.
Okay.
And you are being quite uncooperative.
How am I being uncooperative?
Well, I need to know about the safe. That's what I was brought here to, what I was sent here to ask about.
Okay.
And both yourself and the folks over at the court are failing to cooperate with that investigation. So, again, it's just policy. When people don't cooperate,
I have policies too.
Put on rubber gloves.
Okay.
So.
I'm just, again, following kind of some of our secured, I'm not going to reveal some secured areas where we keep sensitive information or sensitive equipment or monetary things.
Okay. Have you had issues with authority previously?
No.
Okay. Is this the first time?
No.
This isn't the first time?
Like, what do you mean?
Having issues with authority, like when you're asked questions and you are uncooperative and you refuse to answer the way that I want you to answer.
I don't think I've been uncooperative. I think I've been very cooperative.
Okay.
Very open to answer your questions.
Okay.
So.
Sure. Well, I'm looking at according
to come out here and talk to you.
Okay. So you've never had previous problems with authority, is that right?
No.
Okay. Do you identify as a sovereign citizen?
No.
Okay. Are you familiar with what a sovereign citizen is?
Yes.
Can you explain it to me?
I don't have an exact definition. I can give you an opinion.
Okay, that'd be great.
But I'll keep that to myself.
Interesting. That broke me. I had spent, most of my life trying to become the piece of shit that I needed to be to get this job. And I didn't get it. So the truth is, a lot of people don't know this, but I haven't always been an unsuccessful YouTuber. I actually used to be an unsuccessful Twitch streamer. So my mom was going to kick me out of the house if I didn't get a job, and I didn't know what kind of work to do. And so I asked my mom, I said, Mom, what do you think I'd be good at? And my mom was like, well, you're a real piece of shit, so maybe you should become a cop.
I'm actually waiting right now to head in just a few minutes here to fill out an application here. They're getting somebody to help me. I'm going to need help filling out the application since I'm not a real good reader and writer. How are you, man? Doing good. I'm going to be real excited to be the chief of police out here.
Yeah. And do you have a referral?
Yeah, I do. I got this is a letter of recommendation. It's from my mom.
Okay.
And I can rip that off and you can...
Okay, photocopy.
Okay. That's fine. I'm not as good at reading and writing, so she kind of wrote down my positive attributes there. Can I carry 2 guns instead?
That'll be your option.
One on each side.
Yeah, that'll be your option.
Okay.
I believe. We would have to. I don't manage that department. The department head does, but the chief of police is the department head. So he would create his own policies to. If he wants to carry 2 guns.
So I gotta make my own rules about it.
Yeah, we have to run all policies to council.
Oh, okay. Well, I hate that.
Yeah.
I just want to do what I want to do.
I remember going home that day and just feeling like $1 million. I mean, I knew I had this job in the bag. And a day went by and they didn't call me back. A week went by, they didn't call me back. A month went by, they didn't call me back. And I started to realize that for some reason they weren't going to call me. So while the threshold and the expectations to become a police officer are incredibly low, I guess I couldn't even meet those standards. And so I knew I needed to get into something that had absolutely no standards whatsoever. So I went down to my local welfare office, I got myself a free government-issued cell phone, and I became a First Amendment auditor. And the cool thing about being a First Amendment auditor is that nobody can tell you that you're not, right? Because it's a lot like gender identity. You identify as a certain thing, and so nobody can tell you that you're not. Have you been to the bar today?
Who are you?
I'm an investigator.
Investigator for who?
Investigative journalist.
For who?
I investigate corrupt officials. So I'm wondering, where have you been today? Have you been here all day, or have you been out at the bar at all?
Working on a fraud case. That's where I've been.
Okay. Have you been to the bar at all today?
No.
Okay. You got any drugs on you? Have you used any drugs today?
What a ridiculous question.
That's not a ridiculous question.
Deputy Hannes, you know who this guy is? I don't believe so.
Have you guys ever breathalyzed him while he's been on the job? Would you submit to a breathalyzer for me right now?
You're ridiculous. You know that?
What's your name?
You've got about 5 minutes to get out of here right now.
Or what?
Or what? You're on
my property.
This isn't your property.
It is. Shut the hell up. Get out of here now.
What'd you say?
I said shut up and get out of here.
No, you get out of here now.
Hey, you better get your boy. Get your butt back in your office and do your job.
You shut up and get out of here.
You get your butt back in your office and do your job.
No. No.
You quit drinking on the job. You understand me?
Whatever.
You punk ass.
Real quick.
You're about a stupid motherfucker, aren't you? I'll be watching you. You are now under investigation. And my mom was like, well, you're a real piece of shit, so maybe you should become a cop.
Been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older. I'm getting older too. I took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, then a landslide will bring you down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, a landslide will bring you down.